What is up, guys? Eric here from BBM Productions. I hope you guys can hear me. My voice is a bit screwed up. Um, yeah, had a rough week. I'll say it like this. I had a horrible, horrible week. And it's not even done yet. It's Thursday. So I'm preparing for the worst. Around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I was in town, and my friend calls me, and we've been having a communications blackout. We had no Wi-Fi at that point, and he calls me, and he's like, "Listen, this person's not like dead," and I'm like, "Wait, what? Who?" I asked him like, "Just say again," because the signal was cutting out in the shopping. The shopping center, and he says he mentions a close friend's name, and I told him, man, this is really not a good time because he doesn't know what happened this week. He doesn't know because I didn't have time to tell him. But so much has happened this week, so much negative shit, and I honestly don't want to share everything because a lot of people will be dancing around happy about it, and then a lot of people will be like, "Hey, we support you." But sometimes just telling somebody you support them and actually showing them is a big difference. So yeah, I don't trust a lot of people. They just say shit, and it's only when it's convenient. It's never when the going gets really tough. And right now it's gone very hard. I'm not going to make a video about it. But in short, I lost a close friend. I've known him my entire school, like time period on school. In fact, we got closer friends. Let's say matric and on, our matric year. And from there we had a decent bond and stuff. We weren't not the closest people. Like we wouldn't be hanging out too often and stuff, but we did go out a few times together. Used to train together because he was a big gym fanatic. Always asked him about different supplements, etc. at his work. And also, it was cool to see in 2022, I think. I'm not exactly sure which year, but we've always been talking about the same goals that we had. And he had a certain goal that he achieved. And I remember it was around the time where I just didn't tell him, but I was very happy with my progress and stuff. The reason why I wanted to show him when I'm a bit further ahead. My style has always been to overachieve. And the problem was, I did achieve it. He didn't achieve his goal, but obviously, in training, when you're natural and not on the source, it's different. You can't just keep training and something will happen. Like I've noticed with guys on the source, outside of them already laying the foundation for years, when they get on the source, it's just like they can just continuously train unless they get really, really sick and end up in hospital for steroid related issues. But yeah, last time we spoke about the gym really was one time after my blood pressure was screwed, and I think just before that was that time. And it was cool to see that. Many times where we were talking, had fun. I even helped him tiny bit with some relationship drama. I got his side of the situation when he had a separation, and then the other person's. And I can say, with full honesty, he was in the right. It's always funny how people try to slander a man in a relationship, etc. And then in the end, when you get both sides of the stories, it's like, really? Really? And yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's not with us anymore. Like, yeah. Only sad thing is, it's just like, outside of us, we were just in his life. We were not real big parts of his life. His kids, they were giant part of his life. And now he leaves the woman that he would have called his wife. I'm pretty sure about that. He leaves her widowed, and also he's leaving his kids without a father, without a first father, let me say it like that, a blood father. And I feel like crap about it, because the last time I saw him, I was feeling very sick, and I was sitting in the car, and I remember I just got in out of breath from something very innocent, just staring at him walking there, and I'm thinking in my head, I don't have the energy, I don't have the strength. And that's the last time I saw him. And now I feel very guilty, because I should have garnered up that last bit of energy and just went over to him and be like, man, how's shit been? While I'm busy dying almost. I think it was before I had the COVID, or yeah, I think it was just before. Shit, then I might have infected him with COVID. I don't know. I feel bad about it. I think it was after the COVID. I think it was after. But then I had a Crohn's attack, a Crohn's flare-up. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, it was after. And I feel guilty because I didn't at least go and tell them, like, hey man, I hope things are going well with you at least. Because at that point in time, I was just annoyed. Because there was work, but I wasn't really optimistic about work at that point. And you know what? People don't understand, and it's a problem in this country. And yeah, entitlement is such an issue in this country. Other people think that they can diddle-daddle and just get any job, any amount of money, and everything will be fine. Our situation is much more dire. Because if I don't have enough money to get the medications, etc. that I need, I'm getting extra sick, and I'm ending up on the streets. People that know me closely know that I spend a lot of money on my medications. And I need all of them, sadly. Like, we reduced a few pills now, which I'm actually happy about. Oh, the migraine. Anyway, and then hopefully this gets me all right. But there's a lot of people that have this misconception that I have money and I can just do what I want, and that I'm a bullshitter and that I just don't want to pull the trigger. Well, I don't buy from them constantly. There's a few people that essentially, again, it's the entitlement issue. They think that you must buy things constantly because you clearly have money and stuff like that. And it's like, no, all my funds is going towards things that matter. Doesn't go towards my hobbies. Doesn't go towards cock. Sorry, it's true. A man over 30 buying toys, essentially, is a childish man that doesn't have his priorities straight. And sadly, my priorities is my health, as my family's health, food on the table, especially right now, and keeping a roof over our heads. Not toys, not hobbies. That's why with the boxing and stuff, I haven't gotten new gear. I need to get new gloves, etc. Just so I can go hit the bag every now and again. Like today, it would have been quite good. Some of the pro audio gear that I want to get will be toys until I get gigs. And I haven't gotten gigs in a bit, and I haven't looked for gigs in a bit because of my health. It's been a month now, month and a half. I've just been sick. So, the problem is, if I buy a subwoofer, if I buy mixing discs, if I buy a controller, it will be a toy, and it will be a waste of money. And if I buy that instead of food or medication or pay the bills, then I'm being childish, straight up. And then I'll put unnecessary stress on me, the family, etc. And then stuff like what happened with my friend. that just died. Can happen. Because he died from a heart attack. And that's stress. I know he was going through a lot of stress with a few things, but not to this degree. Yeah. Just wanted to make this video, like, just get my feelings out and stuff, and then also to tell people, get your priorities straight, and don't just go up to that person, be like, listen, I hope things are good. I know we're not talking that much right now because of life being so crazy busy, because my life was crazy busy. I think his was as well, because I remember he was under a lot of stress, work-related stress, both of us. Kind of funny to think about. Sorry guys, the laptop is doing something weird in the background. Anyway, just go say hi to somebody that you know. Especially if it's somebody that you grew up with, somebody that you know pretty well, and somebody that you are reasonably close with. Even if you think in your head, oh no, I might annoy them. Because honestly, I didn't go up to him because I was like, I'm too sick to talk properly, and I'm probably just going to annoy him right now. Especially when somebody is under a lot of stress. But if I had known. Anyway, guys, look after the ones that you love. And yeah, we don't know if tomorrow is guaranteed. So yeah, cheers.